Hey, this is Tigo, and this is our first author interview inside Proud to Be Out. Today we're joined by Kai Mann. She is, I don't know where she is in the world, but she's written this great book called 30-Day Notice. When I saw it, I thought, that should be a user manual. Hey, Kai, how you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm really, really good. You know, I'm just going to jump right into this thing. I mean, the title, 30-Day Notice. I mean, do you have a book near you? Can you show these people what this book looks like?
Yes.
Okay, if that don't look like a user manual, I don't know what does. So let's get right into this. 30-Day Notice is literally, it's a fictional story, I believe, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and it's basically this person has been given a 30-day notice.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't want to give away the plots and all that good stuff because I want people to go out there and get this book, but just tell them a little bit of what they're going to find inside of here.
Okay. Well, 30-Day Notice is about a woman who is trying to find herself. She finds what she believes is her one true love, but it turns out to be a distraction, kind of like most of the relationships in life. It's not until she's given a 30-day notice that actually takes her through the trial of love, betrayal from friends, a near-fatal accident, self-reflection, and ultimate growth.
Okay, so now I'm not getting in your business, but I'm assuming you've had a few friends that have been given a 30-day notice, because I personally have been given one or two in my lifetime. You know, and it was time for somebody to write something like this. And it's a very easy read because, I'm a tech geek. I don't read, but I did sit down after you were so gracious to send me this book and get into it. You tell the truth in your fictional story. Where did it come from?
Actually, where it came from is just dealing with breakups myself. Like you said, most of us have been given 30-day notice, maybe not, in the actual way that Corey was given one. But I felt like other people had been in relationships needed to learn how to kind of like get out. A lot of people tend to, see the signs, but not really see the signs. And if you notice with Corey, she had been in a relationship for 5 years and really wasn't seeing or paying attention to what was going on really in the relationship. So basically, I just thought that everybody who had been in a relationship were able to relate to some part of something that actually happened in the relationship. And even afterwards, when, the 30-day notice was given and they had broken up. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now on this cover, you had the nerve to write part 1. So, is part 2 available yet? Is it still in that creative process? Where is it at?
Right now, I am probably the first part of the second book. I'm not in the middle of it yet. Right now, what I'm doing is, the book is called Abandoned Property. And basically what it is it goes into details about some of the characters that were in 30-Day Notice. And it talks about how that most of the characters in the book were abandoned and kind of how it makes them, kind of like how it plays out in their adult life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I totally get what you're saying.
Issues that we go through, how it plays out in our adult lives, and we end up doing mean things to other people, betraying other people, don't know how to be in relationships with other people, be it friendships or even just intimate relationships. Right now, I'm working on the book. I've started it. I'm probably into the first part of the book. I'm not midway as of yet. I'm kind of finding it a challenge to really convey what I want the readers to really get out of the book.
So when do you anticipate this book? Will it be out by the end of 2013, or do you not have a distribution date yet?
No, I am trying to have it out by March 2013. So by the end of March, everybody should be able to pick up their copy.
Okay, so before we get further into your story, let's tell people how they can find this 30-day notice, because I have a feeling a few people are going to want to sign them over and use them as a warning sign. So where can they find 30-day notice?
You can actually pick up your copy of a 30-day notice on Amazon. Barnes and Noble. You can also get it at Books A Million. And there's online, you can get it at Kobo, iTunes. It's everywhere.
Literally.
If you have an e-reader, download it anywhere. You can also go to my website, which is kai-mann.com. Click on the store, and you can also purchase it there.
Okay.
Get it anywhere.
Well, we'll throw a couple of links underneath the video so people can go out and grab their copy, because they want to go out and grab their copy. You know, that's an awesome thing that you did. Okay, so let's talk about who you are as a person here. I mean, you're an author, you're a poet, you know, you're an addictive blogger, and you're also a publisher. You're publishing your materials as well. How did all this come about?
So, I want to say somewhere in around 2009. I had always known since I was probably about 12 years old that I wanted to write a book. But I knew that, you know, with life, you have to go through life lessons and experiences in order to be able to write, because you can't write if you don't know it. So somewhere in 2009, I've always kept journals of different stories that happen to other people and things that happen to myself. So I had tried to find a writer's group, and I ended up finding the Motown Writers Network. And I went to a workshop that they were holding, and it just so happens that Sylvia Hubbard, who is the founder of Motown Writers Network, was talking about publishing your book and giving you certain details about how to go about doing that, either traditional publishing, which I'm an unknown author, so my thing was, how would I be able to get my book out there traditionally?
Right.
I didn't want to go through the process of having, 6 different publishers tell me no, when I could just do it myself. So, henceforth, I started praying about it, honestly. I started praying about it and thinking, okay, what is my purpose with this book? What is my purpose within my life, and what am I supposed to do? So I came up with the publishing company and decided that what I would do is I would publish my own work. And once I got my business plan down and got all my processes in place, that I would also start publishing the works of other authors.
That was my next question. So you do publish for other authors?
Eventually, I surely will.
Okay. So you haven't started that as of yet, but that is part of the plan. Okay. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you and just kind of get a little bit of advice on which direction to go in, are you open to that as well?
I am very open to that. You have to put that out into the world what you take from it. Now, I've taken a lot. I've gotten a lot of advice from other authors, from other publishers. So if anybody really wants, have any questions about anything, they can contact me at kai@scribblervibes.com.
What would you tell somebody who's watching this video right now who knows they have a book in them? How would you tell them to get started? What would you tell them the first step is?
Basically, I would think that your first step is to find a writer's group. Find other people that have the same initiative as you. They want to do the same things as you, in writing a book. So you want to get into a writer's group and get with fellow authors, and you've already started writing some things down. Make sure that you do that. A lot of people tend to have like a different process of how they go about their writing. But all I can say is just write. Write. If it comes to you in the middle of the night, comes to you during the day, whatever, just write. Leave yourself open. A lot of times people will think that, well, right now I'm having writer's block. I don't think that there's anything such as writer's block. I think that that's kind of like a downtime, almost like God saying to you, I need you to learn something else or to experience something else so that you can write. So, if you're going through that point of not being able to write, don't take it as a big thing. Don't try and force yourself. But when your mind is open, write as much as you can. Allow other people who are not family members pretty much read the material. I know that most writers, we're artists, so it's kind of like Erykah Badu, like we really are sensitive about our stuff. But you gotta let other people read it and be able to take criticism. It's constructive. It'll help you in the long run.
Okay.
So just writing. You get with a writer's group, you get with people who can motivate you, to do what you need to do.
Okay, so I'm not trying to put your business in the street, but I'm about to put your business in the street since this is Proud to Be Out. You are a lesbian.
Yes, I am.
Okay. What has that had any effect on you when you're communicating with other authors, when you're in writers groups?
I don't know that it affected me in any way. I think in the beginning of my writing and being out there with people who weren't, because of course I'm not in a gay writing network group. So I think in the beginning I didn't really want to just come out and say, but I mean I know people look at me and they already know. But I'm not the type of person who would just say, hey, I'm gay, I'm a writer, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of not how I operate. I think just being myself and dealing with other people, they were able to be comfortable around me, and they didn't really have a problem with me being a lesbian.
Okay.
Like I said, I just wasn't the type of person that just come out and say, hey, I'm a lesbian writer or whatever. Matter of fact, I think one of the members of the group, when I finally said that we were talking about our genre, because I've had a hard time with, what to call my genre, because the fact it's not just lesbian. There's some inspirational things that go on in there. There's some spiritual things that go on in the book too. So I didn't really know how to kind of label or tag my book.
Right.
So finally I just said, I'm just a lesbian writer. And everybody was just clapping like, thank God, like finally. And I'm thinking, finally, what do you guys mean? But, I just came in just being myself. And that's just kind of how I wanted to be. But I think they were very happy that I finally had, kind of said to them, that I'm writing a lesbian book. Just be yourself and don't worry about being a lesbian, being gay, or being trans, or whoever it is that you are. And do what you do.
Okay, so let's turn that corner and let's talk about that. You are very comfortable in your own skin from what I have observed. When did you come out?
I came out, I probably was about 28 years old when I came out.
Okay, so you came out when you were in your 20s. How was that experience? How did you come out?
The experience for me, it wasn't bad. I had heard so many horror stories from other people about when they came out and family members had disowned them or put them out. I didn't have that, but I guess because of the fact that I was 28 years old, I've always been the type of person who I was comfortable with who I am to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Before I actually came out, I was still kind of headstrong in who I was and that type of thing. But when I finally came out, as a matter of fact, my sister, she sat there for a moment and she looked and said, yeah, I can believe that. But I have a brother who also is gay, so she always loved him and, always supported him. So I didn't have, really worry about that. As far as my other family members or my friends, my close friends, I told them, and no one really had a problem with it. They really did. They just, loved me because I was always been me to a certain extent.
Yeah. So your sister is the only straight one.
The only straight.
Now, is she also creative? Because your brother is I'm in Vegas. Everybody knows I'm in Vegas. And your brother pretty much owns this town sometimes in Vegas. He's doing his thing. He's on the strip doing his thing in the show down there, and we're gonna have him on in the next issue of the magazine. He's gonna be mad as heck that you got there first. Consider he right down the road and you all the way across the country and you in here first. But both of you are very creative. Both of you are in entertainment in some way. You're an author. He's a performer. And no, we're not going to tell everybody who he is just yet. We're going to let him find out next issue. And really irritate him. What? But what about your sister? Is she creative as well? Is she a writer? What does she do?
No, my sister's not a writer. I wouldn't say she's not creative or anything like that. But she's not a writer and not into the entertainment. She's just the normal one of the best.
Kai, I have one question for you, and then I'm going to let you get out of here.
Okay.
Kai Mann, are you proud to be out?
Yes, I am. I am proud to